All right, Neil. This is my friend Neil.
What up?
This is going to be a YouTube video.
What?
Oh yes, we're YouTubing now. And so we're here at Old World Restaurant in Huntington Beach. They do German food and the whole town is German themed. Super dope. They have good German beer, like so. We're gonna have other content while we're here, but since the restaurant is pretty much empty, we have this whole place to ourselves, and the audio in here is pretty clear. I wanted to sit down and chat with my friend Neil here and have a cool topic about something that we can both relate on. And so, on the fly, today we're going to be talking about getting girls pregnant.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, easy.
No problem. And so, common misconception is that getting pregnant is so freaking easy, and like you have to be very, very careful. If you don't wear, I'm not saying don't wear a condom, but if you don't wear it, there's a good chance that the girl you're having a night with is going to be pregnant in like 5 seconds. Even for me, I took a health science class once on getting girls pregnant, and I literally thought the morning after pill was to take it the night after you did your thing, so it would stop it because you would get pregnant immediately. But apparently it takes more time for that to happen. I learned recently. And so getting pregnant and all that stuff is so easy, and it really isn't. And it's not because you do drugs or you're unhealthy and stuff like that. It literally just happens. Everybody talks about how easy it is. Nobody talks about how difficult it is. Neil's in the future, look forward to it. He's gonna be writing a book about it. But
More
for
of a pamphlet. But
or a
yeah.
pamphlet, like a trifold pamphlet.
Yeah.
Good. Something you can get at your pediatrician office.
Two sides.
Well, not you. If you're not having kids, you actually probably
Don't go there.
don't need to go to a
It's creepy
pediatrician.
if you just hang out and you don't have kids. Trust me, I know.
It's creepy. And so everybody talks about how easy it is, but nobody talks about how difficult it is to get pregnant, especially if you want to. And so generally, if you don't want to get pregnant, for whatever reason, it happens. And if you do want to get pregnant, it's extremely difficult. And you know, for Neil and I, like we're both in fairly decent shape. We're healthy. Like we drink barely. We don't do any drugs, and we've got very positive lives. You know, very low or healthy stress. You know, because there's always stress in life. There's negative stress and positive stress. We generally have positive stress, but for myself. My wife is super healthy too, and fit and healthy and all that stuff. We literally tried for like 6 months, and within those 6 months, nothing. Negative.
4 years.
Negative. And this guy, he wins 4 years. 4 years of
won.
trying, and to the point where, he had to go through IVT, in vitro, where you like artificially inseminate an egg so that, right?
Yeah,
So that
yeah, pretty much.
it forms and then
Take the egg,
Wah.
take my sperm, mix it up, let it cultivate, and they put it back in, and then you hope for the best. We did it 4 times at $25,000 a pop. You can do the math. Well, no, strike that. 2.5 times took 4 years, so it was still a lot of money, dude.
That's a really fun car. That's a Nissan GTR.
Yeah.
Oh, back when it first came out.
Yeah, I know.
Not anymore.
Like a base model, not like
Like
this
used,
model. Yeah,
pre-owned.
But yeah, it's no joke. It's tough, man, and nobody ever talks about it. You only hear stories about people getting pregnant super easy, so that's why people think that infertility is so rare, but it's the opposite. Being super fertile and having no hiccups is more of a rarity than infertility. And if you throw a rock, you'll hit 5 people that are having problems for whatever reason. Low egg count, low sperm count, low motility, anything. But if you open conversation, you'll find a lot of people that are having trouble.
Yeah, you'll be super stoked. I thought it was just my wife and I. My wife even took a test. She's like, dude, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with us? She took a test. She was healthy. The doctor had no idea why she wasn't getting pregnant. And so pretty much all roads led to me. It must be you, Ron. What's wrong with you? So I was like, okay. So I took a test. I was fine. And so the doctors really had no answer. It was really weird. And so after 6 months, we kind of just like, F it. That's a sign. It's a sign from God or whatever. Let's just do our thing. Let's just focus more on work, on business, on us, and let's do our thing. And literally a week later, she walked in with this pee stick thing, And she was like, look at this. I'm like, what? We've been looking at that for 6 months. What's the difference? No, look at it. I'm like, okay. I'm looking at it. And what? Look at it. I'm like, I'm looking at it. What? Okay, look at the box.
Taste it.
Yeah, she wanted me to taste it. I was like, it tastes like pee. So I looked at it, but I never actually read the box, so I don't know what the lines mean. Actually, even right now at this moment, I don't really know. But after looking into the box and looking at the pea sticky thingy-majigger, it turns out she was pregnant, after 6 months, and we gave up. And so I was like, oh crap, well, let's be sure. Common thing too is after that happens is all right, let's go buy 8 more. We went to go buy 8 more, but this time I bought the most expensive ones, and they get up as high as like $30.
Those have the smiley face on them.
Makes no difference.
It looks cool.
It just, it looks.
Either 2 lines or smiley.
Dropped like $150 for the same answer. It was
It's
all
carbon
positive.
fiber also.
Yeah, it's a lightweight titanium tip. It's quite burnt tip. It's quite nice.
Just the tip.
And that all went positive, and it's like, okay, well, to be sure, let's make a doctor's appointment and make it official. Because it's crazy. It's you shoot, for 6 months, 4 years, thinking it's not happening, for it to actually happen. Like, she was crying. I freaking cried. I don't cry very often. I got all freaking teared. I was like, no freaking way. Let's get it confirmed by the doctor first, though.
My advice is always to people thinking about having kids, or even if there's a seed of possibility that you want kids, get tested. She has to get tested, you get tested. And the longer you wait, the harder it gets. It gets exponentially harder as time goes by. So the earlier you get tested, the better. Check on egg count, egg quality, AMH levels, sperm count, shape, mobility, speed. Get it tested. It's not that expensive. Dude, that would give you so much relief. Because we didn't start until, I'm old, I'm 38 this year. We started at 34, so
I didn't
4
know
years
that.
ago. Asian don't raise
You're an
them.
adult.
Asian don't raise them.
33. I'm about to be 34.
You're a baby.
Wah.
I look younger though.
And now I have one.
It looks like my dad or my uncle. I look good. But anyways, get tested. Dude, it saves so much heartache and grief, man. IVF is probably the worst thing, not even probably, by far the worst thing I've ever had to do. The ups and downs, and the one thing I've taken away from it is, self-care. Make sure you are taking care of yourself and your spouse or partner mentally, because it is super draining. Also, don't get too caught up, don't get too high in the highs, and don't get too low on the lows, because if you've ever gone through IVF or IUIs or any sort of fertility treatment, man, you go up and then bad news hits and you go down, and if you dwell on the bottom or if you get too stoked on the highs, it messes you up. So even keel, get tested, and make sure to take some time for yourselves, because that, I don't know the statistics, but I know there is a correlation between infertility and divorce rates, so make sure you take time for yourself and your spouse, because it is brutal.
It definitely takes a toll on a relationship, even if you guys are both very, very happy, no problems, like my wife and I, no problems. No,
And look at
anything
us,
like
we're
that.
so handsome too, so you would think that there's
None. But it does take a toll.
it does, no matter how handsome you are.
So if you guys are out there and you're having difficulties getting pregnant, and you're generally healthy and you're in shape and you're not doing drugs or anything like that, there's no really explanation on why you're not getting pregnant. It's actually very common. It's not rare. It's not like every movie out there is like, oh,
They
she's
say
pregnant the
1
next
in
day.
8. They say 1 in 8, dude. It's way more than
Oh.
that. Food's here.
Yes.
So with the schnitzel, you
Gotcha.
want that?
Yeah, right
Yes,
in the
please.
midsole.
We got some fresh schnitzel.
Danke.
Beautiful.
Bitteschön. They got
Oh, mamacita.
sausages with potato pancakes.
3 types of sausages. And here's the masterpiece.
Oh.
The pork
The pork shank.
2 knives.
Danke.
Anything else? Any German mustard?
Thank you.
Yes,
Yes, please. And there we have it, guys. So if you guys are having trouble getting pregnant, you're not alone. It's super common.
1 in 8. I think it's something more like 1 in 5.
Yeah, it's just not talked about a lot, And so there's light at the end of the tunnel, just like with anything else. You want it bad enough, you're gonna get it. Freaking 4 years, dude. And now what?
About to be a dad.
Yeah, dad life. So no matter what it is, pregnant, goals, job promotion, dreams, whatever it is, you want it bad enough, you'll get it. Just don't give up. Don't give it up. It might take 4 years. It might take 20 years. Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Auf Wiedersehen.
You know, and you guys, if you guys follow me personally, you know my dreams of being a MMA world champion. You know, I'm 17 years in and still going for it, and I'm gonna keep going for it until I feel like I can't anymore. You know, so whatever you want to do, want it bad enough, and keep trying, keep working hard, and it will happen. Example. You know, and you guys should be the example too. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Please comment, like, subscribe, all that jazz and good stuff.
Click the button. I've always wanted to do that.
Yeah, we're gonna put a button right there. Right there. I've never put a button up before yet, but we will today. Today we will. So appreciate the support. This will be the first, maybe the only video on a topic like this.
Yeah.
Literally just
It's okay. I did
on the
not
fly.
know we were talking about this.
Boom, but it
I thought
happened.
we were talking about meat and sausage, but I'm down. Always down to talk about you know,
That video's coming up
that
next.
stuff.
Thank you guys. Bye.